Alright lads, how's it going? I've just lit it off camera. Punch. Petit Coronation. Medium flavour. It's about 5 inches by 42 ring gauge. They say it has earthy notes, tones of leather, cedar, oak. You know, if you watch me with the cigars, I'm not good with all that. That's what they say. I just say it's a lovely smoke. Rich in flavour. It really is a lovely smoke, lads. So, Don Manuel Lopez started this company in the 1840s. When he started, he had the British market in mind for this to make the cigars for. And in Britain, in that time, there was a popular magazine called Punch. That's where the name came from for the cigar company, and it's been called ever since. So it's changed hands quite a few times, the company. Like I said, it was in the 1840s. In 1931, they became associated with Hoya de Monterrey, which is another beautiful brand. And since then, they've been made in the same factory that's called La Corona. So they're made right there in the same factory. So cool, wouldn't it be nice to get in there, guys? This would probably last me 30 minutes. I expect you could make it last longer. You can, can't you, if you take your time. If you've got a drink, I've got coffee, usual. Obviously, it goes with anything, doesn't it? It's down to you what you like. So the tobacco that they grow for punch. See, I'm not good at pronouncing. That's why I never really normally try and. I've got it written here. I don't normally try and pronounce it, but I'm gonna. The Vuelta Abajo region. Okay, now there's a lot of Cuban cigars grown in that region. Obviously, very good for growing tobacco plants. And apparently, the soils there give it its rich, smooth flavour. So the Vuelta Abajo region, and goodness for that place, eh? Yeah, it's responsible for a lot of the lardies coming out of Cuba. As all punch cigars, it's handmade. Long filler. So it's not the short, the short filler like a cigarette. A tailor-made cigarette is short filler tobacco. You pull this apart and it's long, isn't it? You get some of the cheaper cigars are machine made with the short filler tobaccos, which is just stuff left over in it, I suppose, and they mince it up and put it in. So yeah, there's a little bit about punch. Petit, I told you the Petit Coronation, yeah. So price in Britain, 19 quid smoking. And I've seen them for like 20 and low 20s in other shops. The cheapest I've found is in smoking. I bought a couple of these in Spain. This isn't one of them. And I don't remember the price out there, but it was like probably $11. Definitely one of my favourites. Punch, love them, absolutely love them. So, this week, weather. Talk about the weather. The weather's been good, hasn't it? Well, it has down here in the south. Very surprised. Warm. Thursday and Friday, I leave my house early in the morning, and it was just like a summer's morning, quiet, still, mild, but it was dark. Obviously, a summer morning isn't. It was weird. It was great. I can't ever remember having that feeling in the winter. It was really a nice feeling. And I don't remember. I just mowed the lawn at the manor here this morning, and it's as dry as it's ever been since I've lived here in the beginning of November. So we've not had a lot of rain down here in the last couple of weeks anyway. So the weather's been good. Very still, flat seas because I'm working right by the sea. Like a pond most of this week. And I've been doing the lintels and the trays. That job that I've been doing off and on since about June. We're down to probably about 2 to 3 weeks left there, and then we'll be done. Yesterday, me and the Peen had a little job in Eastbourne. I went and did another day there, did another couple of they're changing lintels out, putting trays in, and then bricking back up. The lintels are like concrete lintels. We're changing them out for L-shape galvanised ones, so you'd see brickwork rather than a lintel. And we did that yesterday. That's the 3rd day I've been there. There's one more day there really doing that, I think. And then she wants a whole front and the flank repointed, but it's lime mortar. And as mild as it is now, and it's plenty mild enough to start doing mild lime repointing, plenty mild enough. But with lime, you need to keep it, you need it a long time after you put it in for it to, go off, whatever you want to call it, set. And any minute now, we could be in for a row of frosts. So I am going to suggest we don't do that, unfortunately, because I'd like to do it. I do like lime. I'm going to suggest we do that in the spring. She has a front boundary wall with stone and brick and flint and all sorts in it with a nice brick on edge on. That needs doing. That, if when I finish my job in Bexhill, if it's still mild like this, I will do the wall because it's so easy to cover up with Hessian and leave the Hessian on. Where down the side of a house, the whole thing gable right to the deck, it's so hard to cover it, isn't it? It's down between two houses, so the wind's blowing like a hoolie down there when it does blow. So I don't think it's going to work out to do it this side of in the winter. I just don't think I want the aggro, because knowing my luck, I'll get 2 days in, and then once you've got the scaffold up, you know what I mean? You can't put the scaffold up, cut it out, and say, right, I'll see you later in the spring, can we? So we just leave it totally alone. So yeah, they're the 2 jobs I've been on. The weather's been nice. Did quite a few more videos this week, and they went down quite well. We've been having a very lull in our video views. It goes like that. I mean, we started off on TikTok. This is on YouTube, obviously, because I can do a cigar videos on here, but our YouTube following's very low. So, because you got low followers, it seems you get low views. But this week it's been alright. The last 2 or 3 videos have picked up a bit. It's nice. Makes it feel a bit more worthwhile. The cigar videos, they don't even quite get 1,000 views. But you guys that comment quite regularly on there, I enjoy that. And I hope you continue doing so, because I'm very happy to reply back, and it's nice just to share the cigar experience, isn't it? Because it's a wonderful one. Look at the burn on that. That's beautiful. Beautiful burn. You like your brickwork at that level. Ashing nicely. I'm going to give that a little roll in the ashtray, just get the end off, because I'm for always dropping ash down myself and getting told off by you know who. So out there today, it's quiet, isn't it? The leaves are nearly all gone. There's just a few on there now. I was clearing a few leaves earlier. I've done some mowing, done a bit of pulling out stuff in the garden. That's my way of gardening, just yank everything out. And I did clear some leaves, keep them off the drains. So it's been quite busy. Quite a busy week. Like I say, that job in Bexhill, we've done all the different elevations. We've done the right hand side, the east elevation, we've done the south elevation and the west elevation. Now we're in the southwest, like in the corner, they got these angled balconies, and we just got those to go. There's 4 balconies, and they sort of like go round on a squint shape in towards where the door is for the flat. So we got those 4 to do, and then that's it. I've got other stuff lined up, but not too sure where we're going next. I did say it last week on a video, you know, things aren't absolutely flying along, and I'm pretty convinced that's something to do with the last 3 months of Labour, with all the doom and gloom speculation on what's going to be in the October budget. Well, it didn't disappoint in that way, did it? But it disappointed in lots of other ways. So work's definitely slower. I've not even priced a job for 2 weeks. And still no brickwork coming in, which obviously isn't brilliant, is it, being a bricklayer? But it's not a problem. We do whatever else comes in, we do it. You can only price what you know, what's put in front of you. I did say it before. I went on that My Builder. Mate, what a waste of time that is. So you fill all your details in, and then someone say, well, I'll give you an example. The one that I did click on the other day. So there's a guy that wants the front elevation of his house pointed, and he wants it done this year, sand and cement. So if he selects you, you have to pay. So you click on interested, and there was like 4 people interested, I think, with me. Then if he responds to you by sharing his details, you have to pay. And on this particular job, it was 12 quid. Now, it's not the 12 quid amount I'm pissed off, it's the principle. So I then text him, hello, introduce myself, I need to come and see your job, give you a price. Standard practice, surely. No reply. So I gave it a few days and did it again. No reply. But they've took the 12 quid. But I can't even go and price it because the guy won't bloody tell me, you know, his address and, you know, organise a time and a day and all that. So I think that's a bloody rip-off. So they took 12 notes and I've not even don't even know where the bloke lives. I know what area, but I don't know the bloody address. And when you share details, you're allowed to put your phone number down. So it's a lot of bollocks, that My Builder. I've got a few mates that use that checker trade. I think I'll have a look at that. But obviously, if you do get on checker trade, it's probably like a bit like Google. When they search things, your name's down, isn't it? You got to get to the top. Yeah. So I think I'll give that a go. That is a monthly payment. Someone's told me it's just over £100. I don't know. I've not looked into it. But I think that would probably be better for us, or for me. My Builder, no way. And they're constantly sending me emails, My Builder. And I just think no. So I need to go. I don't know how to do it. Nusser filled it all in. I'm gonna get him to delete me off. But I would like to be able to try and get hold of them, which you never can on the phone, can you? For companies nowadays, and say, hey, where's my 12 notes? Principle and all that. That is a rich flavour, boys. Very rich. Not strong, but rich. It's mild, beg your pardon, medium strength. But that is a really, really rich tasting cigar. It's lovely. Really. I do that when I'm enjoying a cigar with Mrs. T's there, and she hates it when I go like that. So what's this week going to bring? From what I've seen, dry weather, certainly down here to begin with. So that's always a bonio, isn't it? We didn't work last Monday. We had a terrible start to the week. Nuss was fucking dancing in London or something. Hooks didn't feel well, so I can't work there on my own, up and down the scaffold with Pug and all that. You get nothing done on your own, bloke my age. So I had the day off too, which is, that's a pet hate, missing a Monday. I can't stand missing Mondays. So there's been a few things happening in the political world, hasn't there? We had the budget. Then that new Conservative leader, that lady, she's been voted in as new leader. And I saw a couple of videos and she was talking. And I thought, well, you know what? At long last, someone's got a bit of common sense in the Conservative Party. And then I saw a video that Nigel Farage says it's going to be more of the same. And he doesn't normally lie. And then, I don't know if it was that video of Nigel Farage or another one, and it showed all these clips. She said all this woke shit. So, goodness me. I hope she's not going to be woke. I hope she's going to have some common sense. And have a pop at Starmer and his mob. Try and shame them into changing some of their lies. You never know. I think the average person would probably say something along the lines of, all politicians lie. I think that would be fair to say that. Obviously, they can't all lie, can they? But they seem to, don't they? But in my 56 years of living and probably been, keeping on the politics, probably you do more later on in life, don't you? Probably sort of from the age 30, I took more interest. I've never seen anything like it. He's the biggest guy, porky pie after porky pie. Everything he says is bullshit, isn't it? How's he allowed to get away with that? Covering things up, doing the exact opposite. His manifesto said none of this, none of this, none of this, and fucking did all of it, didn't he? And then when they did the budget, and Sunak, who was the leader still, wasn't he, in the midweek, he replies, doesn't he, and does a speech. And I agreed with everything he said, to be honest. And then they cut the camera to Starmer and that woman, and they were laughing. Starmer was proper cracking up at what Sunak was saying. Sunak was saying, "You've lied to the people." So he's told us he's going to do one thing, done the complete opposite, and then when someone pulls him on it, he cracks up, thinks it's funny. So not does he only think that everyone that doesn't agree with him is a right-wing thug and they're racist, he also thinks it's funny when they complain or say something. And that, I just can't believe what's going on. I've never ever been this despondent about England, Britain, the UK. When Ireland, or when Southern Ireland went into the Euro money system, I went back in the days when I used to play golf, and it only happened a few weeks, and I played with these two lads from Southern Ireland. They was over in England on holiday or something. Anyway, they were a couple of cracking lads. They were brilliant fun. But they were telling me how much money they lost when they swapped the money over, which is also what happened in Great Britain when we changed from pounds and shillings and that into the new money in '71. I think they lost money. We lost money too. Obviously, I was too young to know about that. I don't know. It's just it makes me despondent. I think a lot of people are pissed off. A lot of people are angry. It just literally, it feels to me, Starmer makes me feel like he doesn't like British people, and I don't mean white people, I mean British people. Don't matter what colour you are. If you're a Brit, you're a Brit, and you know, who cares about what colour you are? It's what your values are and what your thoughts are, I think, that matters. So if you're British and you've got British values, I don't think he likes you. If you're one of these boat people who we don't know who they are, what their background is, mainly young men of fighting age, as they say, he likes them. He likes them so much he spends £54 million a year on them, or is it 54 billion or 54 million, isn't it? And then says he can't give people like my mum £300 towards her eating bill. There's a big £22 million black hole, he says, and now it's been said that it ain't, it's 9 million. That's what the latest I've heard. So he's bullshitting on that. Well, if you've got a £9 million hole to fill, I can think of 54 million that could help fill that hole if you stop spending it on other things. If you're a patriot right now and, you know, love Great Britain and all that, you're probably feeling similar to I do right now. Despondent, had enough. It'd be wrong, wouldn't it, to everyone to leave, but we've had all these millionaires leave, which is going to harm us. If some more of us working class were millionaires, would we still be here? Doubt it. We're coming into the shit time of year, aren't we, where 90%, I expect, of the population hates the weather and the dark nights and all that. So it could be very easy to up and go, wouldn't it? If you had the money in the septic, you could if you so wished, go sit on the beach and smoke a lardy. And if you do, why not have a punch? I've just took the band off. I flicked it earlier and it sort of like nearly came off. So yeah, lads, that's enough for me going on about politics. Right now, I don't care about anything. Sat here relaxed, no work. Cigar, beautiful. What more can I want? It's not raining. It's not windy. I think it's called contentment, isn't it? Before it all starts again in the morning. There's no horses in the field today. Normally there's horses there. But when they run up and down, it's proper churned up. I see one of them sprinting up there the other day. It's like on a little hill there, and fucking hell, the poor thing, he slipped. I thought he was going to do himself a mischief, but he seemed all right. Well, I've been waffling for 26 minutes, boys. Nearly 27. And I've still got just over half to go. So I said what would be a half-hour smoke. I've been talking a lot, obviously. I think you could easily convert this into a 45-minute, even 50. And then, although it's pricey, £19 for a Cuban cigar for 50 minutes. Unfortunately, you can't argue with that. Unless, of course, you're doing it in Spain. So I've got family coming round later. Mrs. T's cooking a big roast. Lovely. I hope you have a good rest of a Sunday. It's the afternoon now, just gone 1. Have a nice relaxing afternoon and evening if you can. Get a nice kip ready for tomorrow, lads. Alright. Thanks ever so much for washing. Yeah, make sure you wash. You're going to smell. Watching even. Sorry about that. Yeah, make sure you have a wash and then watch me. I'll see you soon, guys. Bug up.